Welcome to Chapter 4, Research Design Part 1. In our previous video, we have discussed about the research process, where we discussed about the various steps which requires proper designing of the research process steps. Let's move on with research design. The definition of research design says that it's a framework or a blueprint for conducting the marketing research project. That means framework means to say a structure. It deals with a procedure necessary for obtaining the information needed to structure or solve a marketing research problem. Now, decisions regarding what, where, when, how much, by what means concerning an inquiry or a research study constitute a research design. Now, a research design is the arrangement of conditions for collection and analysis of the data in a manner that aims to combine relevance to the research purpose with the economy in procedure. Now, the question is, research design comes after defining the research problem. So, when you have defined and made your problem statement, and you already have defined it, so at that time the researcher should understand how we conduct the research. So what is the design which we need, or what path we need to follow such that we smoothly can conduct our research. So to do this, we have to make the research design. Now it is basically a set of advanced decision that makes up the master plan, or you say the blueprint specifying the method or procedures for collecting and analyzing the needed information. So suppose you have defined a problem statement. The question is, how do you conduct or make your objective, or meet your objective rather? So to meet your objective, how the researcher requires to proceed further. Now to proceed further, you need to understand what decision one researcher need to take. So how should the researcher go ahead with the research process? So to do this, the researcher should understand what method researcher should adopt, what sample the researcher should collect, how many samples the researcher should collect, how to collect the data. Should it be an online method or an offline method? Or it would be a qualitative study or a quantitative study. So this talks about the research design process. Next comes, in research design we ask certain questions. What is the study all about? Why rather the study is required? Where will be the study? Where you want to conduct this particular study? What is the data which you require? What kind of data you require? What time period you can devote for such kind of a research? What is your sampling design? How you are going to collect the sample? What techniques of data collection to be used? How will the data be analyzed? Will it be analyzed via the software? And what is the style of reporting which you are going to prepare? So these are the following things which a researcher requires to answer. But you always require to keep one thing in mind, that there are certain cautions in a research design. Now what I mean by this? Now what we should be careful of? Now in many cases, researcher is an iteratory process. So you are not sure that on the first try you will get a perfect answer. It may not be. That's why the researcher, the research is an iteratory process where you try to optimize, you try to improve in each step. So how do I reduce my iteration? How I come to a perfection in the very first hand? The challenge the researcher should face. So by conducting one research project, we understood that there is a need for several research projects. Maybe for the first time, once you do a research project, you may not get a perfect answer, or we require to go for some additional research. So it means that we need to have multiple research design. I'll give an example. A researcher who wants to know on a scientific technology or else a marketing application which is a bit complex in nature. So when he does the project, he tries to learn about it. What is the concept? How this concept works, etc. Maybe he has no knowledge, but he tries to get some idea about the process. So the researcher spends more time in learning and improving his knowledge base. But only having this much of knowledge doesn't suffice his problem. So if the marketer needs information, he tries to see manipulation of variables. That is why we will say hypothesis. Because we are not very sure which particular variable is going to click. So by changing the variables or by manipulating the variables, the performance of the study increases. We do check this. So the performance of the study increases with a particular variable or variables is what a hypothesis is. So during a research design, it is not only that one design or only one process is applicable. You may have to do more than one research design. So basically, the objective of research design is basically to gather information and you select certain variables. These variables you are selecting from a literature or from secondary data. Now, based on this particular literature also, you create certain hypotheses, you test those variables. It can be one variable, more than one, two, three variables. You try to find out the relationship. There is a concept known as independent and dependent variable in causal research. Independent variable, there might be many independent variables which might cause an impact or an effect on a dependent variable. So this is what the basic objective of research is, that with respect to collection of information, identification of proper variables and hypothesis testing as to which particular or manipulation of the variable, which particular variable can improve the performance of the study. Next, we come down to the types of research design. Now, research design can be classified under three heads. One, we say exploratory research, descriptive research, or we say the causal research. Now, what is an exploratory research? An exploratory research means to explore something, to find out something new, in which you have very less idea or knowledge. You almost have no knowledge, no idea. So therefore, in exploratory research, if you check, we mostly based on secondary and qualitative data. So secondary research, previous research I check, I go to the literature, I check for previous literature, or else I go for some expert, I speak to some experts, some decision makers, or else I do focus group or something like that. I try to collect certain qualitative information. So this is what an exploratory research is. Rather, on the other side, if you talk about descriptive and causal research, you can see from this particular diagram, it is based on primary data. A primary data which is collected from market, maybe with the help of a questionnaire. So a descriptive is to describe something, describing the characteristics, describing the features of the market, etc. Rather, a causal research is basically a cause and effect relationship. Like the way we explained that when we had variables, there can be few variables which are independent variables, but independent variable impact the dependent variable. So there can be various independent variables. Like say for example, I want to buy a four-wheeler. To buy a four-wheeler, price can be one of an independent factor, brand can be an independent factor, the color of the car can be an independent factor, engine capacity, seating capacity, this all can be an independent factor. And what will be my dependent factor? The choice of a particular car. So choice of a particular car, which is a dependent factor, in case of causal research, is a dependent factor, depends upon various independent factors. So in actual research, the researcher may not use only one type of research design. Rather, they can take a combination of maybe two or more research design. So on the other side, the descriptive and causal research is basically said to be a conclusive research design. Now why it is said to be a conclusive? Because they lead to some conclusion, definite conclusion, with reference to certain hypothesis testing. So they help the researcher to draw certain inferences. Rather, on the other side, an exploratory research is basically termed as a non-conclusive research design. because here there is no conclusion or inferences being drawn. Here we try to learn, we try to gather knowledge, we try to gather insight about the problem. Last part, see, if you check with this particular diagram, you will understand that we said that there are two components, descriptive research and causal research, but we don't have any component with respect to exploratory research. So primary data classified under qualitative and quantitative data, and quantitative data thereafter classified into descriptive research and causal research. Now what is then exploratory research? So exploratory research will be the other two part, which is secondary data and qualitative data. So I hope you have understood the concept of what is research data, what is the design, and thereafter the process of research design, and the classification and the component of exploratory, descriptive and causal research. In our next video, we will go into details with respect to exploratory, descriptive and causal research. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.